You know that old saying, pull yourself up by your bootstraps? We hear it all the time, but what if it's, well, just plain wrong? Today, we're going to dig into why that popular piece of advice might be a total fallacy. Let's jump right in.
So our story starts in a pretty surprising place, on a river. The author kicks things off with this one simple line. I used to be a raft guide. And believe it or not, that single experience is the key to unpacking this whole idea.
See, when you're leading people down some seriously dangerous water, you can't have fuzzy rules. There has to be one single fundamental rule that you never, ever break. And here it is. It's simple. It doesn't matter why someone fell out. It's not about pointing fingers. Your one and only job is to get them back in that boat, safe and sound. The people in your raft are your responsibility, period.
Okay, but now, just imagine for a second that we lived in a world where that basic rule was just ignored. A world where, instead of tossing a rope to someone who's just gone overboard, you just stand on the boat and kind of yell at them. And this really lays out the two completely different mindsets, right? On one side, you've got the guide's code, which is all about your duty to help. And on the other side, a philosophy of pure judgment. Instead of doing something, you just offer words.
And this is exactly what that judgment sounds like. The person who's literally struggling for their life in the rapids is just told they need to work harder. It's like the powerful current all around them doesn't even factor in.
So you might be wondering, okay, why all this talk about rafting? Well, here's the thing. This isn't just a story about a boat trip. The river, the boat, it's all a giant metaphor for our lives.
Think about it. Getting laid off, having a sudden health crisis, some personal tragedy, that's falling out of the boat. It's when life throws you into a situation that feels totally out of your hands.
And this isn't some rare thing that happens to a few people. No, the author points out that millions, literally millions of us, get thrown overboard every single day. The scale of it is just staggering. But here's the harsh reality. When people fall out, they don't always get a life raft. A lot of the time, they get judged. They get told it's their own fault. And the results are absolutely devastating. In this metaphor, drowning is very, very real. And all this leads us right to the main event, the bootstrap fallacy. It's this deeply mistaken idea that pure willpower is all you need to beat any challenge. And the source makes a really crucial point here. This idea is often pushed by people who started with massive advantages. You know, a better boat, a calmer river, and they just can't see the currents that everyone else is fighting against.
Now, this is where the whole argument takes a sharp turn. We're being forced to look at this differently. The person who's struggling in the water, they aren't the problem here.
The real problem, the author says, comes from the people watching from a safe distance. The ones who think they're experts, shouting useless advice from their own sturdy boat, totally underestimating the power of the water and completely overestimating the power of one person against it.
And to bring this whole thing home, we go back to the world of rafting one last time for a piece of wisdom that every single guide eventually learns, usually the hard way. The river always wins. You can't outmuscle it. You can't work harder than a literal force of nature. It's a really humbling truth, a reminder that some forces in our lives, be it economic, social, whatever, are just so much bigger than one person's effort.
So this is the question we're left with. If we accept this idea that the river, the system, the circumstances are often way more powerful than the individual swimmer, what's our responsibility then? Is it to sit back and judge their swimming style from the safety of the shore, or is it to try and do something about the river itself?